I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media, but what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequence.
It all started like most stories in this industry do, quiet, behind closed doors, with whispers and side glances. No one really knew there was trouble between Aaron Pierre and Iman, at least not in the beginning. To the public, they looked like friends, or at the very least, like two people who had shared spaces, shared moments, and maybe even shared a bond built from navigating fame. But that image shattered recently, loudly, publicly, and with serious consequences. Aaron Pierre, known for his calm demeanor and rising star status, shocked everyone when news broke that he had filed a police report against Iman. The headline hit social media like wildfire. "He threatened me." Just those 3 words, but enough to stop people in their tracks. What had gone so wrong that a private dispute had escalated into a full-blown legal situation? At first, people were confused. Was it real? Was it a stunt? But then documents started surfacing. Real, official, time-stamped reports. And that's when the speculation turned into concern. Because if Aaron Pierre, someone who rarely made waves or sought out drama, felt unsafe enough to involve the police, then something serious had gone down. Let's rewind a little, before all this legal drama, when Aaron and Iman were just 2 figures in the same world. Their paths had crossed more than once. Some say they met through mutual projects. Others believe it was social circles, events, industry dinners, maybe even collaborations that never made it to the public eye. But they knew each other. That much is clear. There are photos, casual interviews, even a few friendly exchanges on social media from back in the day. Nothing major, but enough to show that at one point, things were okay between them. But then, things changed. Quietly at first. Iman began acting different, according to people close to Aaron. There were strange messages, cryptic comments made in private, and a growing sense of tension whenever they were in the same space. At the time, Aaron didn't speak on it. He brushed it off, like most people do when they're unsure if it's just paranoia or something real. But over time, the signs became harder to ignore. It started with Iman making indirect posts. Nothing that mentioned Aaron by name, but the timing, the wording, it didn't take a genius to figure out who they were about. Some people out here acting like angels in front of cameras, but demons in private. That was one of the first. It didn't seem like much, but followers started connecting dots. Then came another. "I hope they know karma always finds its way." Again, vague, but targeted. The tension was growing. Aaron stayed silent publicly, but behind the scenes, he wasn't doing well. Friends say he began pulling back from events. He looked tired, anxious, distracted. At first, people thought it was just the pressure of work. Hollywood can be brutal. But now, in hindsight, those close to him believe he was already dealing with something much darker. And then came the confrontation. No one knows exactly what happened during that private meeting between Aaron and Iman. There are rumors. Some say it was a chance run-in. Others believe it was a scheduled sit-down that went horribly wrong. What we do know is that after that moment, Aaron's entire energy shifted. That same night, he reportedly contacted his lawyer. The next day, he filed the police report. The contents of the report are chilling. According to sources who've seen the documents, Aaron claimed that Iman had made direct threats against him, threats that left him fearing for his safety. We're talking about serious accusations here, not just name-calling or heated words. Aaron said that Iman had told him, face to face, "You don't know what I'm capable of." That line, that's the one Aaron repeated to the police. He described the way it was said, cold, steady, without hesitation. The report also mentioned that Iman had been showing up in places Aaron frequented, uninvited. Bars, events, even near his home. There were times Aaron believed he was being followed. He told the police that every time he looked over his shoulder, he half expected to see Iman. That's not just paranoia, that's fear. At first, it wasn't clear how serious law enforcement was taking the matter. Threats can be hard to prove, and in the celebrity world, drama is common. But when the report was filed, and Aaron provided screenshots of messages, some deleted, some still visible, it added weight to his claims. The language used in those texts wasn't casual. It was dark, unsettling, and calculated. Then came the twist no one saw coming. Just days after the police report went public, Iman posted a cryptic video to his followers. No direct denial, no apology, just a short clip of him laughing, shaking his head, and saying, "People really out here trying to rewrite history. Let them." No name, no context. But everyone knew exactly what he was talking about. It was bold. It was dismissive. And it made people wonder, was Iman actually guilty, or was this something else entirely? Fans were divided. Some rushed to defend Aaron, saying he had every right to protect himself. Others questioned the timing. Why now, they asked. Why file a report instead of handling it privately? But those who knew the full story knew one thing. Aaron didn't take this step lightly. He had stayed quiet for months, maybe even years. Filing that report wasn't a move for attention. It was a last resort. Social media exploded. Hashtags like #JusticeForAaron and #ImanThreats started trending. Commentators, YouTubers, and TikTok creators all jumped on the story, dissecting every frame of Iman's video, every sentence in Aaron's report. Reddit threads speculated about what Iman had done off-camera. Some even claimed there was video footage of one of the altercations, though nothing has surfaced publicly yet. But here's where it gets even more complicated. According to a close mutual contact, someone who asked to remain anonymous, this feud didn't just come out of nowhere. It had roots. Deep ones. The source claims that Aaron and Iman had a falling out over a major business opportunity. Something big. Something that could have changed both their careers. But when it fell through, fingers were pointed. Accusations were made. Trust was broken. And apparently, that's when things started spiraling. Now, imagine that. Two people, once aligned, suddenly thrown into a bitter personal war. One side feeling betrayed, the other feeling hunted. Add fame, public pressure, and fragile egos to the mix, and you've got the perfect storm. And let's not forget, both of these men have careers to protect. Reputations matter in their world. Every headline, every whisper can affect roles, endorsements, and long-term legacy, which makes this entire situation even more dangerous. Because when reputations are on the line, people do desperate things. Aaron's legal team has remained tight-lipped, only confirming that a police report has been filed and is currently being reviewed. That's it. No interviews, no press statements, just silence. And sometimes, silence is louder than words. As for Iman, his team hasn't said anything official. No lawyer has stepped forward. No denial has been issued. Just that one cryptic video. And his online presence has shifted. He's posting less. His comments are limited. It's like he's trying to control the narrative, or maybe hide from it. People are watching closely. Every move, every post, every appearance is being analyzed. Will Aaron take further legal steps? Could this end in a restraining order? Or worse, criminal charges? And what happens to Iman's career if that does happen? But here's the thing most people don't realize. This isn't just another celebrity feud played out on social media. This goes deeper than headlines and gossip blogs. It's a story about trust, how easily it can be broken, and about fear, the kind that doesn't always show up in public but eats away in private. Behind the flashing cameras and curated posts, real people are often fighting invisible battles, and this seems to be one of them. What we're witnessing here is not just drama, it's a painful unraveling of something that once might have been close, even caring. When someone you once knew, maybe even shared parts of your life with, suddenly becomes someone you fear, the emotional toll is massive. It's not easy to admit you feel unsafe. It's even harder when the whole world is watching, waiting to judge. And yet, Aaron Pierre chose to take a stand. He went to the authorities. That action alone says a lot about his fear, his boundaries, and perhaps the seriousness of what happened behind closed doors. Right now, the public only knows fragments of the truth. We're seeing bits and pieces through media leaks, lawyer statements, and online speculation. But there's a bigger picture we haven't seen yet. What exactly led to this moment? What happened that pushed things so far that police had to get involved? If the claims are true, and if more evidence comes to light, this case could escalate very quickly. Legal consequences may be on the horizon. But here's the question everyone is asking. Will Iman actually face any accountability? Will this story go to court and be handled like any other case? Or will it quietly disappear, buried by influence and PR teams, like so many scandals before it? The truth has a way of coming out eventually. But for now, all eyes are watching, waiting. And only time will tell what happens next.